Stop bouncing. Stop hitting the camera.
That's fine. That's good. I know it's late. No, I'm not usually up this late, but it's fine. It's good.
You're always up this late. I think I know why.
I found some coffee. So this one is Italian hazelnut latte, which is actually quite good. I quite like it with a little mocha because you put a little marshmallow and it floats in it like a little island.
Yeah, it does
and
indeed.
This one was Jed's coffee, just great coffee, and they're right. It's really great coffee. It says great on it, so you know it's great. See?
Well, I don't think it's like great, but yeah, that's the thing.
I also realized it's a lot faster if you just eat it with a spoon. You don't even need to put milk in it. You just drink it with Red Bull.
You know, if a gerbil on cocaine was a human being, it would be you.
I reckon his name would be Marvin, and he would have a wife, and he would love to live in the Bahamas, because the Bahamas is a nice place, and probably make oranges or sell oranges, at least find oranges to sell to people, maybe on the highway, because a lot of people do that. And people do drive on the highway, and people think, oh god, this car's the other side of me, but I kind of think it's not okay. We're all one car moving, but in different places. Kind of like quantum theory, or the way that an electron dances in existence. It's the same way the universe kind of operates.
Did you just assume everyone from Bahamas takes cocaine?
A little bit.
Racist. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's not talk about cocaine.
Hello, and welcome to NPCs of Wildemount reviewing Critical Role 2, episode 25.
You looked again. I mean, I'm looking because I've actually closed my book accidentally. You're looking just to remember what episode we're
on. Well, we do this every week. So.
No, you do this every week.
25. It took me 33 seconds to look and find out. So we're back. We start off. We're back in Huppadoo.
I thought it was episode 26.
It could, maybe I wrote it down wrong.
Alright.
I've got 25.
You got 25? Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh god, that would be a first.
Yes, it's 25. I wrote 26. I don't know why I wrote 26.
I don't know why I'm so happy about that.
Sorry, yeah, episode 25 of the new campaign, and this is an episode before a break. We're actually going to be off Critical Role next week, and we'll tell you what we're doing. And I'm pointing at him because he knows why.
Yes.
At the end of the episode, what we do during the breaks of Critical Role.
Yes! So no Talks Marketer, no Critical Role next week. If you want to get your D&D fix, I suggest looking elsewhere on the net.
Or come here, because we have a video, as we've said.
That was when I was hoping you'd jump in and be like, here!
I literally just said it before you said that. Wait to the end. We're going to wait to the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait to the end, people. Especially you, Jim. I'm watching you. Sit back down.
Are you just repeating everything I'm saying?
I'm not just repeating everything you're saying. I'm putting a slightly different spin on it, so it sounds like it's my own original thought.
You know, why do people watch this show? Why do you watch this show? Leave a comment down below
Sarah,
why you put up with this.
Sarah from the Bahamas.
Now you're just yelling, Bahamas? Stop it. Okay, also, yeah, this episode we didn't get any Laura and Travis because their little critter has arrived to this world. It sounds like it happened that night because everyone says they were very tired and buggered. Buggered in New Zealand means very tired.
I love it when you just you use Kiwi vernacular and then you.
I have to explain it.
I know that's true. It's true because
like out of context, like
or random. Oh, that's so random.
That's so random. Oh, I think that's so random is a universal thing.
Well, apparently, because I had a friend that came down from the North Island to Christchurch, and they're like, "Man, you guys say random a lot."
That's random.
I know.
Anyway, so yeah, those two are off, and also the last episode before we lose Ashley, and that ties up nicely at the end, which. Conveniently, those three characters in the game go missing. So.
They go missing and they spark... You know how we've started a new segment here on NPCs of Wildemount, which is crazy Reddit theories. I tell you, when those three got kidnapped, the crazy theories never ended. I picked the best three, but we'll get to that later on.
There's three crazy theories on the kidnapping.
And it's all about the kidnapping. Each more unlikely than the last.
But you're watching a review.
So it's spoilers. Yeah, happy birthday, Baby Blam.
Anyway, Baby Blam?
Because Bailey and Willingham.
So the episode starts. Let's finally get into it.
Yeah.
The episode starts of continuing the mission to find the parents and save the parents from the prison who got locked up for
worshipping a false idol, essentially, a non-sanctioned deity within the Empire. It's a bit of a side quest because they kind of found this out whilst doing their job, tasked by the gentleman when they were supposed to.
So I mean, going to Huppadoo, the whole thing was a side quest. Like they never were supposed to go to Huppadoo. They just they thought it was funny and decided to do it.
Someone theorised that Matt did not actually intend Huppadoo to be a gnome party town because it was actually Bo that mentioned it first. And there's been some speculation that Matt was like, alright, let's do it. And as a DM, you do that.
And also, funny enough, it's kind of been combined with this other quest to actually destroy this monstrosity of a kind of like an evil doty.
The Gearhulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So
do they call it?
The Gearhulk.
I put clockwork warden.
Clockwork Warden
I think
is
that's
one
one.
name for it. Gearhulk is another.
Yeah.
In the episode.
Yeah.
So essentially,
Tinkertop, that's the guy who made it.
yes, the Tinkertop. We've been there. We travelled there in the last episode.
Yeah.
So Half-Orc is currently building war machines for the war in Zadash, starting to really start up. I think we're getting the first senses of hey, there's a lot of thought and ingenuity going into this war.
And they kind of get all their bearings basically, and get Tinkertop to come along as well to kind of use him to get into the prison.
Yeah.
Because ultimately this monstrosity, this robot, was built by him, and it kind of went haywire and killed a whole bunch of people. So they kind of locked it away. Coincidentally in the same prison where these guys the parents are located, so...
Bit of a rogue element there happening in the prison system, and they think two birds with one stone.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, this is great testament to Matt's DMing skill, and one of the most valuable pieces of advice anyone's ever given.
Welcome to the weekly compliment of Matt by Ollie, who I've noticed does it every time. Like, what analogy will he use today?
Just tweet me, Mercer.
Is this just... Are you just
This is
buttering?
all.
This is
Yes, this is all just leading up to him tweeting me.
The reason why you put it on every episode because you want him to tweet you.
I thought that was obvious. Anyway.
Matt, don't never tweet him. I want this to go on for years.
Tattooed.
And I want one day Matt Mercer to meet you in real life. It's like, I've been following you for years, but I've refused to do it just to mess with you.
Okay, so yeah, I was in the National Theatre Sports Competition a couple of weeks ago, and someone recognized me. Someone recognized me from the channel. And I was like, I made it.
You mentioned that last time.
Famous. I know. I'm gonna
You just use this one to stroke your own ego. Let's go. It's like they come to watch the actual review. It's all about Ollie.
Welcome to NPCs of Ollie. No, Matt Mercer's wonderful DMing, the most valuable piece of advice anyone's ever given me that really sparked my creativity, and something that Matt thinks about a lot is not just what are the places, but how do the people feel about the cities and the places. What's the population feeling about the world around them? And it really helps flesh out the story. Matt's clearly thought about this. It's like Emerson when he said that history should not just be defined by the great people and events, but how the common people were experiencing those events at the time.
I agree also that Matt feels. We'll move on.
Okay, I'm literally the first line of my 2-page of notes, so we should go.
Exactly. I'm the one pushing it forward.
Oh, well, you're not right now. You're arguing something.
Anyway, so they kind of come up with a plan. They manage to get into the prison after a little bit. Oh, actually, no. First stop, they steal some tar. Because they're going to use the tar to kind of clog up and kind of get into the prison, which they don't really use on the robot very much.
They do,
but they kind of
itself.
mainly use it to kind of like burn away like locks and stuff.
Well,
right?
there was a lot of planning going into getting tar. They found out essentially from the dude that
Clef Tinkertop.
There's like a way into the inside of the mechanics. There's armor you can peel away, and they figure, well, if we can get tar onto the eye and clog up some of that stuff. So a lot of planning goes into getting about tar. It was
and considering there's only 5 players there at a table of a party of 7.
And one's there by Skype.
Yeah, one's by Skype. So and he mitigate pigeoned as well. I'll bring that up as well. But basically, they get the tar for a little bit of kind of unseen servant and a little playing around.
Yes.
But ultimately, they end up going to the prison and manage to get in. There is the warden there. Warden Papaduke?
Papaduke?
Papadunk? Drunk? Is Papa Duke?
Papa's drunk.
Is
again.
it Papa Drunk? Duke? I thought it was that R in it.
Sorry,
but Molly does I think Molly took the lead of this entire episode. So
agree.
MVP?
Molly.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, Molly MVP.
So essentially, their main talkers, Ford and Jester.
Yeah.
Jester for the buttering up, and Ford for the clever persuasion. Were not there. So Molly really stepped up.
Well, they
game.
were there.
Well, just not.
They were not.
They were there giving all their gold to the party,
there.
and the party just decided that they were going to pay for it.
I think Matt did a brilliant job imitating them.
Oh yeah,
especially Kiri goodbye. Yeah. I'm sorry, bring that up too soon. Too soon. Anyway.
Now, one of the things I noticed that Matt was doing in this episode was when they were asking, like, inside the prison, or what's down this corridor, he was looking down at his notes. And I just tell you, if you're gonna plan an encounter inside a building, even if you just have a loose, like, blueprint of just, like, kind of knowing what's there, it makes it so much easier when players ask questions like that. Because I've done it like that, I've done it without that, and without it, you kind of go, oh, and then the hallway leads about 100 feet, and there's 2 doors. Kind of thing. So even just having like a light plan really helps in that kind of moment.
It's good to plan things.
I just noticed we haven't turned off the washing machine.
Oh,
They can
really?
hear that.
And the dishwasher.
And the dishwasher.
I'm pretty sure it'll be fine.
Anyway, they talk their way into the prison. They get down. Essentially, they say, "Look, we're here to deal with your pest problem. Essentially, let's go mess up this thing."
because it's been a few years. This little kind of golem warden has kind of just been locked down there. They locked him away. He hasn't really done anything. He killed everybody.
Yeah.
So they kind of need to go in there and just kind of fix.
He didn't
the
just
problem.
kill them. He splintered them into small pieces.
Is that a he?
The Gear Hulk.
Yeah.
It probably is non-binary.
We shouldn't really assume it's gender.
I'd say non-binary.
Non-binary.
What's a machine?
It's non-binary.
Well, the guy's not gonna like program in a gender.
Maybe it's not really your call to make, Oliver.
Well, you're pushing me to make a call. I was making a call. Non-binary. Any hooting the blowfish.
They
They
use neutral pronouns.
He gets Matt was giving advantage at certain points throughout this episode. I noticed that he has been doing the thing, instead of saying everyone roll a check, one person can do it.
He's pushing that a little more because he said he was going to do it at the start of the campaign. He said that's the angle they were going on. Then I think he kind of forgot it for a while, and now he's kind of brought it back.
Yeah.
So
because it makes sense. It makes sense. If someone's helping you with a check, they should not the whole party shouldn't roll, because then you're bound to get one.
And I like
success.
Marisha's dice, because she said she stole it from Matt. That has a D20 inside a D20. You only roll once, and you just pick whatever higher number. That's a cool dice. I want that.
And that's a really clever idea. And Molly actually Taliesin had mentioned that he'd sent away for a new iron golden snitch, because they make that in the whole
nigger snitch, as they called it.
Yeah. So anyway, they get inside, and then we get a whole lot of planning when they see, okay, this is where the creature kind of is. Now, really low perception rolls, so they don't know exactly where it is. And there's a bit of fog of war going on here, because they can only see through, like, small doorways. So they plan, and they plan, and they plan. And
they end up eventually finding it.
Yeah.
But then... well, hell breaks loose.
Roll initiative.
Yeah. Maybe it's only one thing as well, but it messes them up.
I am wondering, now people out there, you will know this, and I thank you for that. Is this a creature from Mordekainen's? Because I have not paid off my copy yet. I've got another $30 to go before I can own that book. So if this Gear Hulk is from Mordekainen's, can you please let me know down below? Thank you.
Let me know too.
Well, yeah.
You're being selfish. It's all about you.
I want to.
Apparently, this whole show is about you, Ali.
I want to throw it at my face.
Anything else you want to know that you don't want to share with me?
If anyone would like to keep up with my adventures,
go to hell. You know what?
I would like to say something, but I'll say
at the end.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know what you were about to do.
Roll initiative. All right. So essentially, the party. Yeah, it's 5, 6, 7, but 5 really, because there's 5 there against one Gear Hulk.
Or 7.
7. Yeah, but there's 5 there.
No,
So against
7.
one. Yeah, but there's 5.
Just because the players at the table doesn't mean there's not.
No, they have more important things. Their level 1 human just got created.
Level 1?
Yeah.
Would a baby be a level 1? It would be like a level 0.
Well, see, with like 50, if you go down to 0 hit points, you die. So I figure if you go to level 0, you don't exist.
Basic. Oh, I guess. Oh yeah, I guess it has to be a 1. There's not a 0.5 level. Is there a 0. I want to know this now. If there's a 0.5 level in any edition of D&D, let me know.
I really love that we now have enough people watching that we can just do that.
I've noticed less and less people are commenting after me asking though, so I don't think it's going the way we want.
If you guys know what the capital of Saskatchewan...
Stop it.
Okay. So essentially, roll initiative, and now not as the one that's using the hot tar. Caleb's kind of heated it up using some of his spells. He throws it into the Gear Hulk. It hits the lens, and it works. And I kind of went...
A plan that works?
What the hell? I've entered in some parallel dimension where D&D makes sense.
Now, one thing, it's worth mentioning, Bo does fall at one point. Now, a lot of people don't realise this, but she's actually, by she, I mean Marisha, actually has tattoos on her arm to say the death saving throws. So you'll see her, like, marking herself.
Yeah.
And that's because she's, like, marking off the death saving throws.
So she's got 3 empty circles at the top and 3 empty circles below it, and
the same as like on your character sheet where you've got the death saving throws.
It's a really cool idea, and I wasn't so terrified of tattoos. I would have one.
But wouldn't that be a constant reminder if you ever had to fill it all in?
Yeah.
She'll look at it and go, Bo's dead.
Yeah, and then Coldplay will play as she stares out a misty window.
And she'll like finally get over it, and then look at her arm again and like start all over again.
Just cut off the arm. So essentially,
I like your solution. Not tattoo removal. Cut off the damn arm.
Dave, tattoo removal costs a lot of money.
I've got a tattoo here, and I would cut that out. I wouldn't just go
Cut half your body off.
No,
Can we
my
see your
nipple
tattoo?
would have to leave for it.
I've not seen your tattoo.
No, no one can see my tattoo. Have you never seen my tattoo?
I'm pretty
we
sure
live together.
Oh, I know. I have when you get out. We used to get out of the shower with a towel just around your waist.
Yeah, it's always weird. You're outside of the damn...
Well, look, there's precious little entertainment aboard this ship.
Hey, don't call it little.
Anyway, at one point, and I'm not sure the motivation behind this, but at one point, Sam Riegel asks Matt if the robot poops, and if it has a butt. I've got, does it poop?
Salmon poop, eh?
I don't think Scanlan in the blue. I don't know what. I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
Because all I had was does it?
Here at NPCs, we don't judge anyone for their fetishes. But there is questions to be asked whether you should, you should bring it up in a D&D game. I mean, D&D is a good way of kind of expressing some of your inner desires that you can't normally express. So maybe hashtag Sam likes poop. Bring it back.
I feel like the hashtag thing is back.
Yes, it's because
anyway,
I'm editing it, so I can do that joke.
Now, essentially, the lens goes back into the robot and clears itself out. I kind of feel like that was a spur of the moment Matt decision. He was like, that really screws up the entire combat.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Which, hey, as a DM, your discretion to do.
And plus, it felt like he was going a bit easy on them because of the situation. I think Matt was tired. Yeah, like throughout the entire game, you hear how Matt was calling people by the wrong names. It seems Marisha wasn't exactly like very centered. She was very emotionally all over the place at times. And I just think they're just all exhausted. From the baby. It sounded like they must have. It might have been like. I've never had any of my friends do this, but when someone's having a kid, everyone turns up the hospital, you get the cliche TV thing. I think that's what they did, but you never see that in New Zealand. Everyone's just like, oh, I had a kid. Cool.
What's his name?
Steve.
Grayson.
Yeah. Out of all the names you're going to pick, you pick Grayson.
Grayson, yeah. Well, see, no, you're right. It's that sitcom thing of all the friends are in the waiting room. And they keep, running out and getting information.
I think it's because we've got such, our teenage pregnancy rates are through the roof. By the time we get to our age, we're just like, oh, you had a baby? Cool.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to die alone, Ollie.
We'll always have each other there.
Yes. We always have to show all about you.
So the Gearhulk has a ton of cool stuff that it can do. It's got damage if you start your turn within 5 feet of it because of its whirling blades, which is great flavour of that mechanic. But yeah, essentially... Molly gets the how do you want to do this? Wonderfully. Another reason why he's the MVP. Yeah,
I think he does a really, really good job for that. He kind of takes the lead. Yeah. I mean, as we said, Ford and Justice normally the talkative ones. Molly's the really one that took that step ahead, and it really you could really tell. And I hope that he keeps it up because Molly's interaction, the way that he commands the situation is generally through very beautifully woven lies. I always saw Molly as like a ringleader because especially it came from the circus. I always felt Molly was the one that wanted to be noticed and the ringleader and the one that wanted to make a show. Yeah. But you never really seen that because of Ford and other players kind of taking the reins with it. So it's a lot of pressure when someone says, "Look, you convinced this guy that we should go in this room," or "Go ahead, make our case," especially in an improv format. Yeah, exactly. Let's speed this up a bit. Yes. So basically, they finished the battle. They ended up making an agreement with the actual warden. Yep. They take the crystal core from the robot. And there was a money incentive of getting rid of this, but they turned it around for actually paying for the bond to get the parents out. Yes. They had to pay a little bit extra as well, but Jester has to pay for it. Because she's not there, and she is there. She is there, but the player's not, and the player trusted her character sheet to Sam Riegel. So it's your own fault, Laura. It's your own damn fault. I know you had a kid, and I know that baby brain. I mean, but handing the character sheet. Yeah, I mean, you had to you made the wrong choice. You could have had the baby or play D&D. You made the wrong choice. Anyway, they get the parents out of the prison. Sorry. They take the parents back to where the kids are. Now, this is where I would like to point out something that I wrote down somewhere. This is quality television. Not even television. We couldn't make it to television. Why? What do you want to point out? I'm about to go to the sad moment. Someone theorized. Someone theorized what happens next. They predicted it here on our channel in one of our comment sections. Okay, what did they predict? They predicted that Kiri would be left with the kids. Oh, really? They commented. I said, "Oh, should I read out this comment?" And just like, "No, they were going to leave that to the podcast." And you're like, "All right, sweet." I know. What are you literally doing right now? You're bringing up the comment while we're on the show after you told me, no, we're going to bring it up on the podcast. Callista. Sorry. I just wanted to say their name. Yeah. Callista. Nailed it. Alright.
So, they come back. The parents go into the house, they see their kids, it's heartwarming. The kids run, give them big hugs, and yes, side mission complete.
And then's the moment which we knew was coming.
Yeah.
We've felt it for a while. This is where Kiri leaves the Mighty Nein.
Callista
no one
called
can see
it.
that, you realise that.
What? Oh,
Your hand's doing that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Callista predicted this.
That's going to be the thumbnail.
Damn it. I would have liked sexy moody eyes.
Well, you have to learn sexy first. So yeah, this is the moment we say goodbye to Kiri.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to happen. The Mighty Nein has always had it in mind. They know at any moment Kiri could die.
She's a 6 hit point character.
Yes, and Talks Markina brought it up a lot as well. And it's bittersweet, especially how Laura wasn't there for this.
That was my main irk. I feel like Jester should have been there for that moment.
I know, but it's not
They
their
couldn't
fault.
have done it. No,
Obviously,
they couldn't
it's not
have
their
done it.
fault.
They couldn't have.
And it had to happen at that moment because I don't think they have a bit of a family to put Kiri with.
But
I think credit to Matt. I think he does a brilliant. I think Matt understands the character so well that what he said for Jester and for Ford throughout the entire episode was really spot on.
Yeah.
I applaud him.
It shows how long they've known each other, because I think you're absolutely right. I wrote that Matt's scene painting in this was beautiful. I'm sure that he had thought ahead at some point, but the way he delivered the kind of mini soliloquy was just elegant.
And even though that we'll probably never see Kiri again, mainly because Mighty Nein left them with parents that had been arrested and are well known for following a false god, and most likely are convicted criminals now that are most likely going to, get arrested and lose their kids. Still, Kiri was a good character. I like Kiri. You know it's going to happen. They're convicted criminals. They're known for following wrong gods.
It's true. But someone on Reddit said that what they should do is continue their monotheistic approach, but just in the shadows. Maybe don't have the symbols.
Well, obviously they did that before. They went open it with it.
No, they had the
got
symbols,
captured. No, Kiri's dead.
Okay.
We'll move on.
Anyway, what happens next? We thought the
She's dead to me. Ollie. She's dead.
It's okay, Dave, man. It's okay. Look, I'm
on.
sensing a lot of emotion right now.
No, move on. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay, so we think that that's the beautiful roleplay over, but no, Bo and Caleb have a wonderful moment, essentially driven by Bo. Bo says to Caleb, look, you and me, man, we got to be there for each other. We have to be each other's fail-safes. She kind of goes, look, we've had fucked up pasts. We're not perfect people, but we're trying to be good, and we need to be there for each other when one of us slips into less desirable behaviour to make us remember that we're on the path of good and peace. It was beautiful.
One day we'll be there. Not yet. But one day. Not for a while. Maybe that 100.
Not tries to steal a gun as well and succeeds.
Nice segue.
Major.
I love that segue. It's great.
Why do you watch this?
I don't know.
You
Anyway,
could be reading Dostoevsky.
Yep.
Yeah. So not steals a gun. Then we've got the moment at the end which sparked all the theories.
I want to do two things, just so we can catch up.
finish my coffee.
We say goodbye to the gnomes. So the Tinker Tops.
Yes.
They kind of go off, and I feel like we're going to see them again come up with crazy inventions going forward. I think that's going to be a nice rehash there. Yep. We'll get the metagame impingement, as people call it, coming back, of Caleb making blatantly saying, "Oh, Yasha, you're going to be leaving us soon," kind of thing. I don't like that. I think Matt, Liam should know better to know that Matt had a plan to make Yasha exit gracefully. I don't think it really was needed for him to do it in that kind of way, of blatantly saying, "I hope you don't leave us, Yasha. There better not be a reason why you're leaving us, Yasha," and kind of doing that. It kind of felt a little bit metagame pigeon. Yeah. Then they leave Half-Orc and remember they're still on the quest for the gentleman.
I'd also like to point out that some people theorise that the Gearhulk was created by Percival from Vox Machina.
No, I mean the Gearhulk was. It was mentioned.
That but the original designs.
Oh, again, Cliff Tinkertop said he created it. And
I know that does not stop the theorists on Reddit.
What, to listen to facts?
Yeah.
Oh, it is Reddit. Yeah. Anyway, they leave Half-Orc. Remember, they're still on the quest for the gentleman, and they still need to finish the Escort quest, so they go north. But then, now you can go.
Okay, so in the middle of the night, Yasha Ford and Jester. Essentially, like, just chilling out, having a good time, mead and ale and probably all those things. Snuggle up for a nice
on
sleep.
watch. Everyone else is asleep and they're on watch.
I was painting a scene.
Oh, it was the wrong scene. I was correcting it.
Anyway, essentially, bad dudes show up in hoods. There's wisdom saves, there's silence spells, there's paralysis spells, hold person, charm, all this kind of stuff goes on. Yasha's the only one who's physically there to kind of, like, figure this out. She goes, you watch her face in the scene, she goes from, like, fear to anger to confusion to sadness to anger. Like, she's just like, I try this, and Matt's rolling and rolling, and she's rolling really low on her strength checks to try and break free of the bonds. She tries to spit at the guy, and that doesn't happen. It sparks this week's crazy Reddit theories.
We need a logo. I'm not going to put a logo for this, but if you've got a logo for us that we can use for a crazy thing, send it our way. We're not graphic designers, but yeah, just throwing it out there.
That'd be amazing. So,
alright, your crazy Reddit theory of the week.
Well, see, no, I couldn't just pick one, because the whole bloody
Now, remember, a tattooed bald man was also the ringleader of this whole thing. And I'm just saying, I'm bald and I have a tattoo. Just saying. It wasn't me, though.
It's all based on his life.
Yes. Yeah, Matt saw my life and just like, you are the one.
And yet you still haven't tweeted me, Matt.
He just likes me more. It's okay.
Anyway, I couldn't just pick one because the whole message board was crazy theories about this, but I picked my favourite three.
Okay.
The first one, they were kidnapped by Pumat Soul. Because that makes sense. No other reason.
They were kidnapped by Pumat Soul.
There was no explanation.
There is no reason.
No. No, they just said Pumat did it.
Pumat Soul kidnapped
the Mighty Nein. It gets worse. They were kidnapped by...
Okay, that's number one. I want to do them all because I want to pop them up as we go.
Number two, they were kidnapped by the Gentleman's Goons by accident. And there's going to be an awkward moment when
how do you accidentally kidnap people?
The goons
you don't go, whoops!
The goons are like, oh,
it's just as bad as accidentally getting someone pregnant. It's like, oh, what? I didn't know that was going to happen.
Oh, sperm goes into the uterus.
Okay, you didn't need to really go that far with it, but alright. I think
it's late, Dave.
It's late, so you describe the reproductive system of humans.
I'm not going to go further. I could, but I'm not. So two, they were kidnapped by accident by the Gentleman's Goons. Three, it was Molly's old crew from outside Novorot, which actually that's not entirely insane. That could make sense more than Pumat, maybe.
Pumat Soul, yeah.
That was him. Pumat Soul's actually an evil mastermind. He's the overlord of the gentleman. It was so obvious. Why did we not see it before?
No.
Anyway,
is that it?
Well, yeah. There's also been some speculation that this kind of Marisha's choices has just been a way to playtest Way of the Cobalt Soul, one of Matt's subclasses, and there's been some suggestions on how to like improve that. They reckon that, for example,
this doesn't feel like crazy theories anymore. We're just talking about general comments on Reddit. Let's move on to the comment of the week. Because I feel like that was going to go on way too long than it needed to.
It was going to.
Yeah.
Who have we got this week, Dave?
So, we got Josh McCann. Sorry if I mispronounced it.
What up?
Alright, he says, I really like how Ford is becoming the moral compass of the group, which is something we've mentioned many times before. He's also said a correction, and we like being corrected because it makes us feel good. Quick note, they were betting so the group who pays the most would go up against the previous drinking champs, Limmy's group. Not two groups with the most coin with each other. Yeah, they're right. Sorry,
makes sense.
We get it wrong sometimes because we're idiots.
It's a 4-hour thing and we're both...
We try our best, and if you notice, we go on tangents all the time. But thanks.
My whole life
Josh.
is a tangent.
Thanks, Josh. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Josh. You're the best person in the world and I love you.
You love everybody. So that's it. Yeah, Mighty Nein. We lose 3 characters, and we've got 2 guest characters in the next episode of Critical Role,
which is not next week because there's no Critical Role next week.
Yeah,
so we're waiting.
But we also means we're not going to get Yasha, Ford, or Jester for at least a couple episodes.
Understandably, they want to spend time with Baby Blam.
Yeah. Blam.
We're going with it. It was on Sam's flask, so it's Sam's idea.
Yeah. So every week, every time Critical Role take a gap, we haven't done it yet this year. No. But every time there is a break, we recap our episode.
A classical episode of Vox Machina.
Yeah.
We started with episode 1. We're up to what, like
11, I think.
11,
so
12.
Next 12. So if you do want to kind of work out what we're going to be talking about, rewatch episode 12 with us.
Yeah.
And kind of got any questions for episode 12 for us to kind of keep an eye out, leave a comment down below. But we will keep on. So we'll bring back NPCs of Tal'Dorei.
Hey, the show that started.
I'll let you do that. I'm not going to put anything up.
No, that was just me doing you. Look, Dave. So, yeah, if you want to join us and watching episode 12 next week, because there's no Critical Role, then jump on the YouTubes and let's do that.
Yeah, and also, this week, we're releasing a first time ever theory podcast.
Yeah.
All about Critical Role. So we've been, for those that have been listening to our podcast, thank you very much. We love you and we love comments, or like having you guys comment and contributing. But this week, because you guys post so long comments, sometimes we can't put them in these videos. So we've taken random theories, comments from the past 4-5 videos, and we're going to make a whole podcast episode around it and talk about them and go wild with it. So if you like us just bantering on wild theories, feel free to listen to it this week, and that will be on Sunday.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, in like 2.5 months, I'm off to Japan for 4 weeks.
Oh, you never mentioned that.
Realising a lifelong dream.
Never mentioned it.
If you want to keep up with me and what I'm doing there while Dave is running the channel all by himself, there is a link down below to my new Facebook page, Players Lane, which will just be updates from me in Japan and my life and stuff if you guys want to come and check that.
And we'll throw in clips of Ollie as well during the episodes where he's not here, just to kind of just so you know who he is.
So I'm off in Tokyo and Kyoto. If you're around there, let me know and we'll go to a sake bar. I don't drink.
We have a lot of Japanese viewers.
I don't know, we might.
That one guy. Hey guy.
Hey dude.
Or girl.
Yoshi.
Girl.
My man.
Or they, pronoun. I don't... Anyway,
thank you for joining us on NPCs of Wildemount here with myself, Oliver, Master, and Dave. We wish you a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world.
I'm not even allowed to say my name anymore.
No.
This is just your show completely. I can't even say my name.
NPCs of Ollie. I'm an egotist. I need validation.
I know, but, I'm here too.
But you're not an egotist.
Fuck you.
You're not comfortable in yourself.
I'm comfortable. Anyway, we're done.